your materials you'll need: 1% propionic acid or fly water, a vial, and a sponge, as well as some yeast pellets.
You would also need some oats, a netting, and a stirring rod.
So today we're going to learn how to build a fly home.
And we're going to use sterile technique by wearing our gloves.
First you'll take the vial and then you'll put 3 yeast pellets in.
1, 2, 3. And next we will take our oats and pour it into the vial.
And you're going to make sure it's about 1 inch thick. Make sure it's an even layer.
And we'll add some more since we don't have quite enough.
Next you're going to add propionic acid, also known as fly water.
Just enough to get it wet, but not really liquid. Now we will use our stirring rod.
And we'll stir it until it's completely mixed.
You should see no white and no big turquoise chunks.
It should be smooth. And if it's not completely done, you can add more fly water.
To get a better consistency, we can use the other edge too.
Okay.
And now we have our fly food.
And now you're going to get the netting and you're going to place it in there like this.
We don't want it touching the foods, that way they have access to safety.
And that's to keep them from falling into the food and dying.
A miserable death.
And that's how you make a fly home.
Anesthetizing, you need
A chamber, fly net, a wand, and once your propionic acid is settled, it becomes appropriate food for your flies to eat.
and you also need some stock bags.
The first step to anesthetizing a fly is to take the fly home with stock flies in it and place it in the freezer. This will slow down their system in order for it to be easier to place them in the chamber. Flies in the freezer, make sure that they're horizontal so that when they fall asleep or when they slow down, they're not falling into the food.
And prevent zombie flies!
And you're going to place them in there for about 1 to 3 minutes, and for long enough for them to slow down. Okay.
We want to get our anesthetizing chamber ready. We will take the top off, dab the wand into the fly net, and only dab about 2 or 3 drops into your fly anesthetizing chamber. Put the sponge back on, and you will be ready, but make sure you don't put too much on there, otherwise you will permanently anesthetize your flies.
Once the flies, you've seen that they've slowed down in the freezer, you're ready to anesthetize them. First, you'll take the top off of the chamber, you'll take the top off of the vial really quickly, and you'll place it on the chamber upside down.
And then you will dab gently to get your flies out, but not hard enough to where your netting and your food falls out.
Make sure you get as much as possible.
For best results.
And once you're satisfied with how many, you'll quickly remove it and place the lid back on both.
And wait for your flies to fall asleep. Here you can see we have fast-moving flies who are not quite asleep yet. And here you can see we have the anesthetized flies who have been properly put to sleep. We have a couple stragglers in there, but most of them are asleep. To get ready to look at them, we will take our anesthetized flies and pour them on an index card. Okay.
Now we're going to observe them under the microscope. And make sure you use a brush to be delicate with their wings.
Once you've got the desired flies separated, we will want to open our fly home and pour the flies in there at an angle.
sterilization.
To make sure
we're using
Wearing-
sterile technique.
by wearing gloves.
Yes.
Okay. I'm saying that part.
Yeah.
Okay.